If you have been buying garri per cup every time, you end up losing more than 3,700 at the end of the day. If you are buying rice 600 naira per cup every time, if you bought the 5,000 naira for 18 days, you will notice that you would have saved yourself 8,500. Many of us, we have the funds, but because we do not understand the law of compounding effects and we do not understand the principles behind purchasing in bulk, we are losing some of the resources that we have. See that it is not your village people that is shorting your money. You are the one eating your money without knowing that according to the law. Welcome to class. Now, what you're about to learn in today's class has the potential to change the way you spend and also help you to save more money for your other school activities or school responsibilities. But before we dive into this class, I have a question. Someone said something that struck my mind a couple of days ago, and the person said that the poor spend more than the rich. And I was like, that might be true, but let's find out if that is actually true. Today we're going to be talking about cost saving analysis for students. This is basically what many Nigerian students, an average Nigerian student, spend on or utilizes or uses. Now we're going to be checking the items. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 basic items that many Nigerian students use. I believe out of these 7 items, you use out, let's say 5. Yes, you use 5. And we're going to be talking about the price per unit, the cost of getting, now the bulk price if you are buying that particular item in bulk, and the cost for getting that particular item in the X unit, the total saving it's going to give you whenever you buy in bulk, and the percentage you're going to save from. Now we're going to be starting with the first item on the list, an element, a foodstuff I cannot do without, and that is garri. If you're a fan of garri, please let us know in the comment section. Let us know ourselves in the comment section using the hashtag garri gang. Alright, garri is being sold 400 naira per cup, and for one pint, a pint contains 18 cups. It is being sold at the rate of 3,500. But now there are some students, instead of you to buy 3,500 one pint, you would love to be spending it for 400. When you get 400, you go and buy. When you get 400, you go and buy. Now if you are going that route, if you spend 400 naira per cup times 18 cups, it is going to cost you, let's say in a month, how many persons eat one pint in a month? Some of us eat one pint in 1 week. Please let us not allow this. Right. 400 times 17, sorry, times 18 cups will be giving you 7,200. And now if you check, if you spend 7,200 instead of you spending 3,500 for the same paint, now you're going to be losing 3,700. But for some of us that like buying by paint, you are saving yourself 3,700 anytime you buy per paint. So it means that anytime you buy garri per paint, you are saving 3,700, and you are also having a percentage gain, a percentage saving of 51.39%. For those of us that love statistics, are you seeing that it is much more economical to buy garri in paints than in cups? Now you might be saying, sir, I do not have the 3,500 to buy. You can collaborate with your roommates. I will bring 1,250 and you bring 1,750, and your roommate will bring 1,750, and you guys can buy one paint and split it into 2. Are you seeing that now? Let's proceed to the boss of himself, rice. I don't know, depending on your locality, depending on your location, rice is being sold average 600 naira. And if you buy it, one pint of rice, it's 8,000 naira, depending on the quality of rice. So foreign, I don't know, but depending on the quality of rice, the average rice pint is 8,000 naira. Now if you go by buying one cup, sometimes you go on Sunday, you go and buy 3 cups. Sometimes on Monday you bought 3 cups, on Sunday, on Monday you bought 2 cups. That way 18 cups will cost you 10,800 naira. But if you had calmed down, bought per paint, or collaborated with your roommates to buy per paint, you are going to be saving yourself 2,800. Now if you save yourself 2,800, I know you are an intelligent student, I know you love maths. Even if you don't like maths, I want you to follow me. How many percentage savings will you save for yourself? What will be the percentage savings? Let us know the students that are intelligent in our community. Now let's get to the next one, MTN data. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling this. The cost of data is quite expensive nowadays. What we used to buy two am I saying paint 2 gig then for 700, we are now buying 1 gig for 700 naira. 700 naira for 1 gig. Many students, yesterday I had to call some of my friends, asking them how much they spend per data, and I was hearing 5,000 naira. I'm hearing this. MTN sells 700 naira for 1 gig, and still your same MTN sells 11 gig at a rate of 5,000 naira. Come to think of it, you might be saying I don't spend much on data, but buying that 1 gig that does not last, whenever you go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, you watch videos on Facebook, you buy 1 gig today, you use it 2 days, it doesn't last, you buy again, before you know it, you've spent more than 5,000 naira. In fact, before you know it, you've spent more than 8,000 naira. But it will be way more economical if you bought if you bought 11 gig for 5,000 naira instead of just buying it one gig. Now let's say the same 1 gig that you are meant to buy from MTN for the rate of 5,000 naira, if you are buying it 700, and every time it will cost you 7,700. Now you see that whenever you buy it for that 5,000 naira for that same 11 gig, you are saving yourself 2,700. And at the end, you are seeing that you are saving more money for yourselves. I just want to use this class to buttress on the point of how we spend without knowing that we are losing money. We are losing funds. You might be saying, money they enter my account. I don't know where the money they enter. Forgive me for using vernacular. This is how you are losing some money. If you have been buying garri per cup every time, you end up losing more than 3,700 at the end of the day. If you are buying rice 600 naira per cup every time, you end up losing 2,800 naira at the end of the day. Same as data. Let us not even get to MTN. Now, for those of us that love beans, if you know you don't like beans, just be patient enough to enter MTN data. Beans is sold per cup 600 naira, and now per paint is still 8,000 naira. 8,000 naira per paint. If you do the maths, one paint, like I told you earlier on, is 18 cups. Sometimes if you measure it, you know that it's more than 18 cups. That time you tell my auntie Ajara, auntie, I did not see your jara. Auntie, no, the jara is too small. Those jara is adding up to something. Now let's focus on this. That same 18 cups, if you did the purchasing per cup, 600 naira times 18 cups will give you 10,800. Now you are intelligent. I know I've given you exposure. Now in the comment section, what will be your total savings if you, instead of buying it per cup, you are buying it in bulk? You are also going to be saving yourself 25.93%. That's what you'll be saving at the end of buying in bulk. Now let's move to Airtel data. I love Airtel so much. Although they have been whining, but it's well. Airtel is way more expensive than MTN. Airtel sells 1 gig at the rate of 750 naira. But this same Airtel sells 18 gig at the rate of 5,000 naira. Many students will say, "Sir, I don't have money, let me go and buy 1 gig." At the end of let's say in 2 weeks, you realize that they've bought 1 gig up to 18 times or more. Because 1 gig self, have you noticed? It seems like, I don't know if I'm the only one noticing this, that a 1 gig doesn't last. You on your data, go to TikTok, enter YouTube, go back to Facebook, reply message on WhatsApp. Before you know it, they've sent you 500 MB left. You say, before you just go to Facebook, watch 1-2 videos on trending stuff, they will not send you 200 MB left. 1 gig not the two last. 1 gig doesn't last, and at the end you notice that you are using a day and a half, sometimes a day for 1 gig. Before you know it, you've spent more than 13,500 for 18 gigs. What you would have purchased for 5,000 naira. Are you seeing that now? If you just dial *323#, no, that is for checking your this thing. What is the code for buying data? *312#. You will see that 5,000 naira for 18 gig. Now, if you bought the 5,000 naira for 18 gig, you will notice that you would have saved yourself 8,500. My God, in this era. This is how you are meant to be saving. Let me tell you, I wanted to give the title of this class and teach on 2 things. How to save more money by 1, buying in bulk, and also teach you on paying yourself first a way to generate revenue. But I said no, let me design this class this way using this tabular form to buttress my point. I learned that from John Maxwell. He said showing is better than showing and telling. I need you to show. I need you to use a visual expression so that you see that whenever you buy data, 5,000 naira for 18 gig, you are saving potential 8,500 instead of just buying it 1 gig, 1 gig, 1 gig. And that way, you are even saving yourself 62.92% of what it would have cost you. Are you following me now? Hope we are in the same page. If you are in the same page, please give this video a thumbs up. If you are watching on YouTube, if you are on Spotify, share this video with your classmates. Now let's get to sachet water. But before we get to sachet water, if you are within Umuahia, you are within Umudike, we are going to be hosting a class on building financial foundations for students. It's going to be a physical class, a seminar per se, on Saturday, 29th of this March. So make sure you are coming because we are going to learn a lot. Even learn about how to build and start up a business by an expert. We are going to learn and understand why you should not borrow, the understanding of debt. We are also going to learn about the psychology of money. We are also going to learn about basic budgeting to understand the principles of budgeting. And we have wonderful speakers lined up already. If you are within school, you are a student of Michael Okpara University and you are around, make sure you journey your way down to the Alumni Hall on the 29th of March. It's a Saturday seminar starting by 11. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a hot one. Please, if you want to understand about savings, finance, money, starting up a business, please and please and please, I beg you, don't miss that class. Don't miss that class. But if you are not a student of MoAU and you are not around, you can also join us online, live, on our Facebook account. Now back to the class. And please, before we continue, if you're not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, my God, this is the Nigerian Student Podcast, a podcast that is here to cause a change in the Nigerian students so that we will see how we can transform ourselves to become world changers of integrity. And this month, we are talking about finance, building financial foundations for students. Make sure you've checked out our last 2 classes where I taught you. The first one I taught you about budgeting and principles that will help you to save more money, principles on finance and budgeting. The last class I taught you about 6 to 8 wonderful and legit business ideas that every Nigerian students can start up to generate revenue for themselves. Now back to this class, sachet water. Depending on your location, sachet water, one sachet water costs 50 naira. Some persons sell 250, but let me use 50 naira per one. If you buy this 50 naira per one times 100, it's 5,000 naira. How you will say, sir, how will I buy 100 sachets of water? That is what many students buy on waste. I'm telling you the truth. That is what many students buy. They will just go. They'll just wake up in the morning while going to class. They've ordered like three sachets. Before the class is done, it's compound. Before you know it gets up to 100. But instead of spending 5,000 naira for 100 pieces, you can buy half set. Now, let me do the maths for you. One set of water, depending on your location, I'm using my location now. One set of water, which is 10 bags, costs 3,500. And that 10 bags is 200 watts. 200 waters. Ew, Jesus. 200 sachets of water. Instead of not buying, you say it's too big for you, it will get spoiled. No wahala. Why not go with half set? Half set is just 5 bags. And that 5 bag will cost you 1,750. And which is way more economical. 1,750 for 5 bags. And it still give you, hi, my God. Imagine the gap. Now let's say you said, oh, I don't want to buy it 5 bags. Let me buy it per bag. Per bag is 400 naira. And if you still do the maths, 550 naira times 20 is 800. Did I get it? It's 1,000 naira, if I'm correct. We have 20 sachets of water in one bag. Now, 50 times 20 is 1,000 naira. And you're saving yourself how much? 600 naira. My God. My God. Are you seeing that now? That buying in bulk is way more economical. Not just economical, it is going to save you time. It is going to save you money. Now, let's assume that you consume on a weekly, no, you cannot, yes, you can consume 100 sachets of water. You consume 100 sachets of water on a weekly basis. It means that if you are buying it one, you're going to be losing 3,250. But if you are buying in bulk and you are buying half sets, you're going to be saving yourself 3,250. Do you know what it means to have 65% savings from just buying one set, half set? And now if you buy one bag, it's going to increase. You see that now. You see how many of us, we have the funds, but because we do not understand the law of compounding effects and we do not understand the principles behind purchasing in bulk, we are losing some of the resources that we have without even knowing. That is why we are here, to teach us on principles guiding finances. Being rich, being wealthy per se, that's why they say, let me use this way, being wealthy, you don't just become wealthy in a day. It is a mindset. And it all starts from understanding all these things. You cannot scale, you cannot, quote me anyway, you cannot scale a business if you don't understand the concept of bulk purchase. How do you get the mindset? It is built while you're in school. When you understand all these things, it will be easier for you as an industry manager to know when to buy in bulk and to know when to buy in pieces. I want to start up a business. You don't understand buying and purchase. Come on. This is why most persons in Igbo land, that is what we call Umu boy, they understand bulk purchase more than many graduates. They know that they have a high chance to gain more when they purchase in bulk. We are seeing how we are wasting some of our money when we think we are doing big boy. Let's talk about the big boys. Bottled water. The other day I went to purchase a bottled water for a lecturer, and they said it is 300 naira per bottle. There is one that is sold at 250. I said, okay, I like this, man. 300 naira, let's go for it. I had to go and price. How much is one set? One set is 1,000 for that particular brand. I won't mention the brand name. I can't even remember the brand name. It's 1,900 per set. And in a set, you have 12 bottles. Now, if you do the maths, for those of us that like doing show off and big boys, and for those of us that are humble but love drinking but taking bottled water, let's do the maths. You will not go and buy that half set, that one set, and drop in your lodge or your hostel if you love taking bottled water. Or just go and drop in that your favorite shop that you like purchasing and tell them that this water is for me. If you've built quality relationship with them, they'll allow you to be taking it one. Now, if they trust you. But now, let's say you don't want to go and buy it one set. You are seeing it is a waste of money. Let me show you how you are wasting your money. Well, 300 naira times the same 12 will give you 3,600. 3,000 what? 600. Now, is it way more economical to buy it in a set or to be buying it one? You see? Now you see that I would have given much more list. Indomie, the other day I was asking a friend, how much is one Indomie? She told me that the one she bought, I've forgotten the name, that one is sold 250. But per carton, when she priced it, one carton of that particular one is sold at 10,000, 10,400, 10,500, depending on where you go. And I did the maths. Indomie, that's noodles. And I did the maths, 40 in a carton, 40 times 250. And when I did the maths, I'm seeing that if you buy it in bulk, in carton, you are going to be saving yourself around 1,500, 1,200. If you also go with Eva soap, you still discover the same thing. One Eva now is sold at 600. Wow. 700, 800. But if you buy in pack, that's 4 sets, you are going to be buying it around 2,000 naira, 1,800. That way, you are also going to be saving yourself around not around 2,000, around 1,000 something. You see that all the things that we spend on, even your little Maggi that you are buying. I cooked rice just a few seconds ago. I won't say a few seconds, a few minutes ago before preparing this because I never chop. I didn't have Maggi. I went to buy Maggi. They said a cube is 20 naira. One cube, 20 naira. I bought 100 naira on, and that is 5. Do you know? I don't know how much they sell in that their pack. But if I bought that pack is sold around 400 naira or so. I will be gaining more. I'll be gaining more by buying per pack. For the sisters in the house, how much do they sell per pack? How much do you buy per pack? This applies to every other thing that we spend as students. As students, please, with the following point of mind, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that buying in bulk will save you more money than buying individually. Now, like I answered earlier on, you will say, sir, I do not have the money to be buying the Indomie in a carton. You have roommates. Discuss this with your roommates. Tell them that you learned in the Nigerian Student Podcast that Sir Max taught you about the principle of purchasing in bulk. Let's practice this together, and we are going to save ourselves time to go to the market and funds. Because if you are going to the market, depending on the distance of the market to your location, it will take you time. For some persons, it will cost you to transport yourself. You are seeing that now. So you are seeing that now. You discuss with your roommates. Instead of us buying four cups or one cup, let's contribute money. We are three. One cup is 3,500. Divide it by three. Divide it by three. We can buy this, and at the end, when you buy it, it's 18 cups. You guys should split it together. 9 cups, if I'm correct. No, not 9 cups. How many cups? 18 by 3. Shamika, I need to stress myself. 6 cups. Yes, thank you. 6 cups. 6 cups per person. And now imagine what you brought out. Let's say it is 3. Let's say you're spending around 1,150. 1,150. Some 150. So the last person will complete it. 1,150 for 6 cups. Do 400 by 6. 400 by 6 will give us how much? By 3 will give us 1, 2 already. And by another 3 will give us 4 times 6. My brother Maxwell, you receive sense. You're seeing that you're buying around 2,000 something. Well, I have to do this maths and come back again. When I'm done eating, I'll do the maths. But you do the maths yourself. You do the maths yourself and leave a comment in the comment section below. So you see that even your Gary, your rice, your MTN, your data and everything, if you are not wise enough, it is going to cost you a lot. You see that it is not your village people that is shorting your money. You are the one eating your money without knowing that according to the law of compounding effect, those one cup I'm buying, I'm losing out. And if you do the maths, the total maths, you will realize that you've saved. If now, let's say, assuming this were to be the monthly spending of 2 Nigerian students, the first Nigerian student always buy in bulk. Let's call him Maxwell. I like buying in bulk when I have the money and when I like collaborating with my junior brother. And let's say Enyinaya, my name is also Enyinaya, so I don't want to use your name for security reasons. But no one will know, come and attack me. But let's get back to the point. Now, Enyinaya doesn't like buying in bulk. He's having this mediocre mindset that he doesn't have money. It's better to be buying one. And at the end, Maxwell is buying these things and Enyinaya is buying all these things. Now let's do the math and see how much. At the end, you will notice that. Let's do the math. You will notice that Maxwell had a savings of 25,450 if he bought these things this way. He had a savings of 25,450. This is what bulk can do for you. Bulk savings can do for you instead of just buying one. My Nigerian students, please, like I told you, this class has the potential to change the way you save, the way you spend, and also help you save more money. It has the potential only if you apply them. Happy are you if you apply these things. If this class was helpful enough for you and you need more classes on finance, please make sure you join us in the Nigerian Student Podcast and make sure you don't miss out the class coming up, the seminar coming up on the 29th of March at the Alumni Hall Muayu, Michael Okpa University of Agriculture. If you won't be joining us on site, make sure you join us online. This is the Nigerian Student Podcast, and if this was helpful to you, make sure you are subscribed if you are not, and we would love to see you in the next section. And please, the next section is going to be a wonderful section because we are going to be learning about how to build wealth by an expert to the Nigerian students. Never forget this. You are making an impact and have this mindset of bulk savings, bulk purchase rather, and make sure that whenever money comes into your account, the first thing you do is to value yourself by paying yourself first. I've taught you about paying yourself first in the last 2 classes, and I'm going to be buttressing more on that on the physical class. That's the seminar coming up on the 29th. Make sure you don't miss that seminar. I kid you not, it's going to be mind-changing and mind-blowing. The seminar where you are going to learn about a lot of things about finance, budgeting basics, You're going to be learning about why and why you should not borrow as a student. You're going to be learning about why you should start up a business as a student by an expert. You're also going to be learning about the psychology around money. Come on, we are loaded. So make sure you don't miss that. Make sure you bring your friends along, and it's going to be a wonderful time all together. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'd love to see you in the next one. Take care and make sure you are making an impact.